Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hello, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are visiting the first time, I am Pastor Michael Nicodemus. This is my personal lifestyle channel. I created a personal lifestyle channel so my viewers and the people that follow my ministry can get an idea of what I do in my personal life when I'm not doing the ministry work. I also talk about my ministry work, but I've done and how it's affected my life. I don't actually do my ministry on my personal channel. I have Heart to Heart Refinement School for that. Well, if you've been following this playlist series, you know I'm remodeling um, a bedroom in a trailer house. This happens to be our daughter's bedroom, and we've already got the bed in place. But in this video, I'm going to be trimming out this window. And if you've followed all my other videos, you know that I've been remodeling this room, and it's got some pretty fancy trim on there. So we want to follow the same thing. This is also the cat's bedroom. So let me give you a tour of those guys. See, there they are. Kitty, 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 kitty. Yep. That's Sheba and that's Nebula. Anyway, gets to be real enjoyable around here. So first thing I'm going to do is take some measurements, and we're going to get started right after these messages. All right, so my faithful notepad here. You might be wondering why I'm wearing these sunglasses. Well, this is on the east side of the house, and the sun is pretty bright when it raises up, and my eyes are kind of light sensitive, and so that's why I'm wearing them. Otherwise, I wouldn't need them. So let's measure this out and see what jam widths and lengths that I need. Okay, everything's going to be 4 3/4 inches wide. And then we're going to have 4 pieces. So the first thing I want to do is I want to measure the top. It's going to be 30 and a half. Bottom's also 30 and a half. That makes sense, but just make sure that you measure them out just in case they're different. Now we're using 3/4 inch jam material. So what I'm going to do, just because I want to make it tight, I'm going to go ahead and measure this tight, get them stained, and then after I install them, I'll go ahead and cut them again. So this is 50 1/4 inches. I'm going to make it 50 inches. All right, now that I got my marks made, let's go out to my little storage barn, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use, and then I'm going to set up my saws and stuff, and we're going to go ahead and cut the widths of the wood and then the lengths of the wood, and we're going to get them stained. Let's get started right now. Well, let's head out to the bright, warm day. It's bright, but how warm is it? It's actually almost 40 degrees. So let me show you what I'm using for my jam material. So I'm using a, this is actually spruce project paneling, 3/4 inch by 20 by 72. I'm working with a window jam area that's 50 inches tall. So yeah, that's 5 feet. So you have to have this 6-foot piece in order to cut that in there. So let's see what's set up out here. We got our miter saw set up. We got our table saw set up. So let's go ahead and get ready to cut those boards. Yeah, I'll set you guys right here with my old faithful list. 4 3/4 inches wide is what we need. Now I'm ready to run the miter saw. We're at 4 3/4 wide now. I got 3 of them. So we need 2 boards at 50 inches. So let's establish those. Inches. And another 50-inch one. Measure it this way this time. Because we got a little flaw on this other end of the board here. These will get trimmed off just a little bit. Alright, those are my 50-inch boards. I'm gonna need 2 of them at 30.5. So what I can do for that is mark from each side 30.5. That side 30.5 is this side. This one top. This is spare wood. All right, let's do a light sanding down and then let's get them stained. How does that story go? A little bit of stain goes a long ways. This I only have to stain the finished side that's out to the room. That other little corner doesn't have to be stained. Just that side, and then the side that faces into the window has to be stained. I mean, a little bit of stain goes a long ways. need to stir this. A little darker. All the stain color pigments are down at the bottom. That's better. Not by much, huh? Might have to put several coats on it. Let's put my brush in a plastic bag until I've used it several times. When it starts falling apart, then I like that a little bit darker, so I'll go back and stain it again. I sanded down one little side, so that's the side I'm looking for. That out of the way. Again, look for the side that you stained. Sand it down. You don't have to do all of the wood. Look for the best side of your flat side. Already, ain't it? Nice day out here for March 23rd, 2021. Alright, let that one set. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna do a second coat just because I want it just a little bit darker. And it will get darker the more stains you put on it. That's where the little bag comes in handy. Just put it back in your plastic bag, seal it, and then you can second coat it in about an hour. Well, hello there. As you can tell, messing with the lights. Anyway, I got the jam on there. So now I got to put my slotted piece on there. I'm going to do the top first. Now I want to take my level and level that to start with to make sure it's level. Be right back. I believe starting with your top piece level helps everything else to become level. So I'm a little level here. This board up here, this on top. I tack that in there level. All right, now that piece is level. Now we're not doing any miter corners or anything like that. We're putting a fancy decorative piece up there. So let me show you. Got these decorative pieces here. So these go up here in the corner like so. I want to make sure that that's kind of the same reveal. See how that looks up there? Then you want to put this one on there too. Make sure you still got your same reveal. What I mean by reveal is to make sure that whatever you got for a space up here, you've got the same space here on there. You really need that, okay? So now I know that this is this piece actually goes right to this piece of the woodwork right here because I got everything level. So my next piece that comes down is going to go right to that piece, my side piece down. And down here is this jamb, and that's where this piece goes. But I want to put this side piece on there first. So I'm going to measure the side piece out right to where that starts at. Because that's where my line's at. Okay, we're at 58 3/4. So both of these side pieces are going to be 58 3/4. Let's go see if that's going to work for me. Okay, my friends, assuming that our jamb is all straight, this should be level, but we still want to make sure it is. So let's go ahead and start it with that same reveal that we have on the rest of it, which is going to be right there. Let's use our level again. Let's level this piece. Making sure. Same reveal. My wall is just a little bit out of level. So I don't know if you can see that level or not, but that would be level, okay? I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and nail this in there. All right, we wanna take the same measurement and put the other piece on there. We can't put the bottom piece on there because we have an outlet in the way. So as soon as I measure this piece and get this piece cut in here, I'll put the camera down low so you can see what I'm talking about. We have to deal with the electrical outlet before we can put that bottom piece on there. We do not want to notch our trim when we can notch to put a new electrical outlet in. I'll show you that in another step video. But let's get that trim put on there. All right, I got the piece cut for the other side. Same procedure, tack your top in and then level your piece. This is going to be a little bit more tricky because I've got the bunk beds in the way, but we can still get it done. Let me show you how. All right, now still got to use a level on it. I got that side nailed in. I'm going to show you the bottom side and what's going on there. We'll do that here in a little bit. What I want to show you is this is where this trim goes. And as you can tell, it's hitting the top of that outlet right there. So I'm going to put new outlets in here because you want to do that when you do renovation on your house. There's enough area down there for me to drop that outlet down. So I'm not going to notch this in and make it look like it don't fit there because of that outlet. I'm going to move the outlet down. You'll see that in the next video step, and then we'll be able to put this trim piece in there. Well, my friends, it's always fun to do these how-to step videos for you on my playlist, Jesus Was a Carpenter Too. The point that I want to make about Jesus Was a Carpenter Too is we can call being a carpenter a home improvement specialist. You also know, because I'm an online pastor on a heart-to-heart refinement school, I'm also a heart refinement specialist. So let me write it on the screen here. Home improvement specialist, heart refinement specialist. Almost the same thing. We're just talking about improving the home and the heart. But the heart has to live within your home. That's why Jesus was a carpenter. My friends, until we do some electrical work and finish out this bottom piece of trim, may God bless you. May His face shine upon you, and may Jesus bring you joy. I'll see you in the next step video when we tackle the electrical outlets.